Looking back, what really sparked your interest in chemical engineering? What was the specific moment, person, or concept that drew you in?
Okay. So I completed my 12th grade in the year of 2013. And it was that time when I thought of entering into my undergraduate degree. I wanted to be very different from my friends because most of them wanted to enter into circuital branches like computer science engineering, triple E, electronics and communication and engineering and everything. So I completely wanted to enter into a non-circuital branch, and by that time, one of my dad's friend's son was into chemical engineering. He completed his undergraduate degree, and by that time, he was continuing his post graduation from NUS Singapore. And he also won Young Scientist Award. And I wanted to have a conversation with him before choosing this particular branch. And based on the conversation I had with him, that created some curiosity in me about chemical engineering. So from there, it started, and still it's pursuing in me.
Okay. So, can you tell me a little bit about your own research journey? What was the focus of your master's thesis or your master's research?
About my master's degree,
Yeah, yeah.
it was also chemical engineering. Yeah. Actually, after my UG, I was placed in Accenture, but I didn't wanted to take that offer. And I wanted to pursue my master's. I did in the same chemical engineering.
Okay, why did you take the offer? Why did you choose to proceed with the academic?
Uh, that is because I felt like I wanted to be a master in one particular thing, for which I had to do PhD and PDF, of course. So for that, back then in 2017, there was not 5 years program available. So because of which I had to definitely do my masters, and especially I choose the same chemical engineering because there are few reasons like I wanted to be in the teaching line, for which you have to be a master in all the programs that you have read during your undergraduate courses, right? So, like be it CRE or advanced separation processes or thermodynamics, I wanted to master myself in all the courses that I've read during my undergraduate course. So, that is the reason I pursued in the same BTech degree as chemical engineering in my MTech also.
And how did this experience shape your interest? What does an engineer and as an educator?
Yeah. During my undergraduate degree, I really had a good knowledge of all the basic concepts, that helped me to write and to read. But then when it comes to explaining things in a way, that was the main part of my learning during my postgraduate degree. That helped me to explain things in a better way, that helps people to understand really, whatever my UG faculty members was doing. I was given as a task to do that during my postgraduate degree, be it like taking seminars, different time in a day, like going and teaching to my juniors who were doing BTech degree that time, or being a part in the placement classes. Either it be an interview session or like a theoretical class or like during a practical session, assisting them, and also the same time doing my postgraduate degree. Everything helped me to be a better person, and that helped me to be have a strong foundation for my teaching.
So, apart from teaching your juniors, did you have any student jobs or internships during your education?
During my postgraduate degree, I should definitely thank one of my mentor, Mr. Gomudurai. I mean, like Dr. Gomudurai. He was the one who taught me how to write research articles. Once you enter into postgraduate and PhD, writing papers is a very important thing. Be it a chapter in a book or like research article or review article, writing articles is a very important thing that helps to explore the scientific community. So he was a one during my post graduation degree. He helped me to write papers. He explained me the concepts of paper writing, and that was very helpful. Apart from that, I did my internship during my postgraduate degree at Coromandel Cements, Kakinada. That it was like an entire 20-day internship program. So there I learned a lot about how a practical industry works, starting from the drying section, be it ammonia plant or potassium plant, everything. I stayed there for 20 days, and I was able to have a very good knowledge about how the raw materials are handled from the cargo, how they are processed, and even from the raw material to the distribution point, between all the processes that had been handling under chemical engineering was well taught to me, and I was so happy to witness all those things. Even now I could remember all those learnings.
So, current now you're in education. So, I want to know how does your typical day or week look like in education?
Okay, so it is, every day have to prepare for the classes that you're going to take for the next day. So for each class, it is typically said that we should prepare at least 2 hours. Say like I'm going to deliver in a 1 hour lecture, you should prepare at least 2 hours for the lecture. Only then you will be able to give a better knowledge to the students. So it is being said that. And most when I enter the campus, I just look into my timetable. What are the classes that I have? So for whatever the class I have today, I would have prepared for the previous day itself. It goes like that. And apart from that, attendance, mark entry, and concentrating on my personal growth, be it doing a project or writing a proposal and writing a paper or a book chapter, everything has to be combined in a day. And it is like you have to do the academic role, research, and also administration. All these three things are combined in each and every day of an educator.
So, how do you balance your own personal studies, your projects, with your job as well?
Yeah. Actually, the work-life balance is very important, especially at KPRIT. It feels very easy for me. But with respect to my personal journey, I have a 1.5 year baby. So to take care of her at home during nights, babies normally don't sleep throughout. And I'm even now I'm running shortage of sleep. And it is tough, but support is very important, especially for women educators, are very important. And I'm blessed to say that I have a very good supportive parents and in-laws, and also my partner. And also the institution where we work is also very important, how they understand things, and how they give importance to work-life balance. And we are happy to work at a great place to work, certified institution. So that is a great thing.
So, what are your future plans, aspirations for your career?
Yeah, currently I'm pursuing my PhD under membranes. So it is basically laser-induced graphene coating on a mixer matrix membrane. So yeah, things are going in a well planned manner. So the membranes were already made from NIT Trichy, and recently I've sent the samples to CSIR Odisha. That is the material division branch for LIG coating. And soon after the LIG coating, because for the membranes I have done the characterization before coating part. And once the coating is done and the characterization part is over, I'll be starting to write my paper. So once it is published, yeah, I'll be a doctor soon. So that is the day everyone will be dreaming of once you become an educator. Suppose soon after that, I want to do my postdoctoral fellowship, that is PDF, because I have my many relatives in abroad. So I wanted to make use of that opportunity and do my PDF soon. After that, I want to be, take up very good proposals related to membranes, and I want to score, like, again, I think some 1 crore of project. So currently, I have an MSME project of 14 lakh worth, for which cycle 1 is already done, and cycle 2 fund is yet to be released from the government of MSME. So, like my lifetime aim is to be at least one time head of the department of the college where I studied my UG. I wanted to be, at least one time, I want to be the head of the department of Congo Engineering College and the one crore project proposal. That would be my aim.
So, why did you choose this specific research area? You're talking about membrane. What drew you to that research area?
Okay, I basically grown up in an area of textile background. So I'm from Tirupur. So in Tirupur, we can see that there is a river called Noyal River. My mom and dad used to say when they were young, they could see the river flowing. But now, if you go and see that it was full of textile dyes and garbage waste thrown into the river. That is mainly because these textile people who are working, they are unable to find the proper treatment techniques. So that always had a curiosity in me to look into water treatment techniques. Even during my school days, I did few water treatment techniques. I know that was very basic. You use sand, gravels, and some layers to just treat water. But that also had a curiosity in me which wanted to give a solution to them. So yeah, because of which I wanted to take water treatment and especially membranes.
So, how do you think the current curriculum, engineering curriculum, is adapting to all the new technologies that are coming, like biotechnology, nanomaterial, and like sustainable energy?
Okay. So in my perspective, I would like to add that chemical engineering is one thing and it has different domains in it. See, like when I'm a chemical engineering, I still can relate to biotechnology. I still can relate to nanotechnology or like semiconductors. There are different things. I can still relate everything to that. To have a curriculum that could integrate all these things is highly impossible. I know. But when you're very strong in the basics, I believe in this. When we are very strong in the foundations of a subject, say like fluid mechanics or heat transfer or mass transfer or chemical reaction engineering, when we are very strong in the foundations, definitely, we can make ourselves industry ready. Because you go and search in any industry, the working of a pump is still the same. Say like someone studied chemical engineering in the year of 1950 and someone is studying in 2025. Still, the working of pump, the principle, constructions may change. Of course, the principle is not going to change. That is what I meant by foundations of chemical engineering. Yeah. When we are very clear and strong in them, we can bring up any changes in the construction and operating style. So the principle and foundation is very important. That is what I personally believe. And a curriculum that supports this foundation will definitely be an industry ready curriculum.
So, what sort of projects do you expect the students to do in the capstone project? Like, and how is it going to like work with
Yeah. I personally wish my students could do capstone projects that would, at the end, be useful to the society because after 4 years they're going to be a part of the society, be it they're going to do their masters or like industry, they're going to join an industry or be it anything, they're going to be a bigger part of the society because they would have graduated and they're going to be engineers. So I request them to do projects that could be beneficial to their society. Okay, be it like water treatment or related to environment or semiconductors, where the government is currently working on. Because when you look into the working of a government, it is all for the society and for its people. And when they get out of the, like their undergraduate program, and if they have some solution for the society, that will be very good. That is what I personally.
So, what teaching experience? How long have you been teaching?
Into 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, in your 5 years of teaching, what are the methods that you have found effective?
Yeah, like innovative teaching learning methodologies are very helpful. Be it if it is like a mass transfer course, incorporating simulation tools had been very effective for me because students were able to understand that in a better way, and also there is no need for them to do the calculations when a simulation can simply give. So they want that kind of a thing. But I'm someone who personally believes though you have simulation tools, you should be very strong in the basic and say like the simulation tool is not working. I can take a paper and a graph, I should be able to find out the number of stages of a distillation column. So, but students, Gen Z students are different and they want everything in a shorthand. So yeah, it differs, and mostly like yeah, innovative teaching learning methodologies that includes simulation tools or like computational tools are very helpful. We are very interested.
So, do you think the traditional examination method that we are currently using, do you think it has certain, what can I say, certain drawbacks, right? Do you think that certain new methods like project portfolios or oral presentations can show something that written exams cannot?
Yeah, I do have an opinion on that. That is traditional exam test only for that particular time. Say, like a student might not be feeling well the day before, and if he's not able to give his 100%, still I cannot go and change the marks. Whatever he wrote on that day will be entered as a mark. But there are many skills that are very important for engineers, apart from writing whatever they know or whatever they learn. Presentation skill is one such. Be it you become a process engineer or you move on to different levels or hierarchy, presentation skills is very important, especially communication skills. The communication skills that are tested in writing, that is different, and when it comes to speaking, it is different. When we write something, especially when you write during the examination, it is more like what you read and you just write it. It is not like what you understand that you're going to write. There is two different things. We cannot judge people or like especially the students like what they are going to take up. Some students still read and then they write it. Some students they understand and then they write it. So there are two different things. So the traditional exam pattern of course needs some changes, but gradual change should be there and it cannot happen in an overnight. And I personally believe a good presentation and communication skill is very important for all the exams.
Yeah, that's a very interesting thing that you said that it should be gradual. And I think I agree with you that because you might say, for example, writing an exam, but you don't have enough time to finish the exam. So, and that will reflect in your questions, right? So, beyond technical knowledge, are there other soft skills that you think students should have?
Sub skills. Yeah, this is a very important topic to me. Like discipline, that is a very important thing, and respect. These two are, I would definitely say this is a skill for these new Gen Zs. Because I've seen in many examination hall, I just wanted to quote a new thing that recently happened. I was in the examination hall as an invigilator, and there was a student who came and submitted the exam paper to me without writing the total number of pages. And I just asked her to write it. She took my pen, she didn't ask for the permission, wrote the number of pages, kept it there, didn't say thank you, and gave it to me the paper and went. You know, you should be aware of your environment. That is very important skill. Be it in a situation of exam hall or in an industry. You should be aware of your environment. And respect is very important. Be it elder or younger, that doesn't matter. Okay, be it an elder or younger. Even I call my child Vanga Ponga, giving that respect. All my years, 5 years of teaching learning, I never called a student without respect. I always call them, if it is Tamil, I always use them like Vanga Ponga. Of course, in English, we cannot differentiate respect and so yeah, that is very important. And having that discipline, see, like when I have to be in a class for 1 hour, I have to listen. I should at least cooperate up to 45 minutes, to the maximum I can. That discipline is very important. Because in classrooms, you can come at any time, you can take leaves off and all, you can do anything. That flexibility is there. But when you once you enter into a career, it is not at all possible. You should have the discipline, especially when you enter into industry. You have to be there by 8 o'clock. You have to leave only by 8 o'clock in the evening. So 8 to 8, you have to completely work. You're packed. And if you don't have the discipline, that is very tough, it takes its toll on your mental health. So having a good discipline and respect to all the elders and younger people is a very important substance. I personally believe that people, that students of this generation really require.
So, from your perspective, what are the intentions or hope opportunities that your students should choose to prepare them for the industry?
Internship skills you're asking about. Yeah, there are many IITs and NITs they are offering in internships. Actually, in our curriculum design, it is mandatory to undergo 28-day internship program, right? So I would suggest students to go a 14-day internship to industry and a 14-day internship to NITs and IITs, so that they could have two different experience from industry and also from recognized NITs and IITs. That will give them a broader perspective about both academia and also industry.
Okay, so having seen your field evolve over time, what do you say is the role of a chemical engineer from when you started and now? What is the biggest shift in mindset?
Once they step out of the undergraduate degree, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. First, basically, they should understand that the role of chemical engineer lies everywhere from the start of raw material to converting it into a product. And every day-to-day life, the role of a chemical engineer is very big. Okay. But when they step out of their undergraduate degree, they may land into different domains. Say, like someone gets into a pulp and paper industry, someone gets into a proposal engineer, where they just get the proposal from the client and then they give it to the real engineer who's going to work on it. And someone can be a tender engineer. They just get the tender codes and and they'll be working on it. So chemical engineering is not only about you go and work in an industry and only with what you have studied. It is not that. There are different parts and different roles of a chemical engineer. I could see that many students just say no to offer because they feel like that is not a part of the role of a chemical engineer. It is not like that. Say when I wanted to design an industry, enter industry, I should know the cost involved in it. I should know the economics of it. That part will be always taken by a tender engineer. You know, chemical engineer should also have all the possible roles. So be it any role, okay, you should have the basics of chemical engineering. That is very important. Just have any role, that is fine, that is not at all a problem, but you should always be able to learn it and give your 100%. That is what very important for every engineer who's stepping out.
Thank you for that. So, if you could give your younger self advice, what would it be?
There is a lot of advices that I want to give to her because uh, she was a completely different person from what she is now. No, she was living in a small circle, very comfortable in her comfort zone. Never wanted to step out of it. She even doesn't know what is the world outside her comfort zone. And I would first recommend her to take up the job because she left a job at Accenture that she got after her undergraduate graduate degree because I feel like that experience is very important. Be it any job, the experience that you gain is very important. I would have asked her to take the job. After that, an MTech or PhD, according to her wish, would have been fine.
So, what is the most rewarding part of your job currently?
What is the
Most rewarding.
what part? I couldn't get you.
Rewarding part of your job.
I didn't exactly understand it.
What is the most rewarding part of your job? Like the part that you most
Into
enjoy.
at present. Mostly it is into teaching learning. Though we say like administration, research, and teaching learning, we mostly it is into teaching learning because in a day we have 3 to 4 classes and we continuously have mentor every single morning. So it is always about teaching learning. But like when I go and interact with my mentees, take up some NPTEL course, this college is conducting some symposium. Why can't you take a part of it? Everything comes under teaching learning. So yeah.
So what keeps you passionate in an educator for 5 years? What keeps you light up?
To learn. Every single day you have to learn. That keeps me passionate about you. Learn. The very first time I read something and teach people, it'll be different. The second time I teach it, I understand even more better. And when it goes for the third time and fourth time, it just goes on like that. So I have the opportunity to learn every single day. And that keeps me passionate about this career.
You keep learning beyond.
Yeah.
Thank you for the time. This is really eye-opening interview. You shared a lot of experience and also knowledge, and I am very grateful.
Thank you, Teresh. And I also should ask you sorry because they've been asking me for the past 1 month. It was all full of exams and mark entry and everything. So I wasn't able to, come and present it on the day that you requested. First of all, sorry for that. And thank you so much for calling me to this interview. I hope and I wish all your endeavors, the best and bless you with all. Almighty may bless you with all the good things.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.